Check. It's Adam22. Yeah, I'm back. Yesterday I did the news and I talked all about my recent drama, but today you'll be happy to know that I'm back, and I'm not talking about myself. I'm just talking about other people, other things that are going on in the culture, the usual. And I'm not going to do some big lengthy intro where I explain what I do in these videos either. I just did that yesterday because I felt there was a chance that a ton of people were going to see it. Anyway, I'm back. Actually, we've been doing some awesome stuff all day. We did a photo shoot with Riley Reid for an upcoming No Jumper t-shirt collab that I think you guys are going to love. I'm going to be dropping a vlog from that day, which was today. I'm dropping that either today or tomorrow, so definitely make sure you check that out because it was really good. Without all that being said, let's get right into the news. First thing I want to report on, there is a hilarious beef unfolding between The Game and Tomi Lahren, which I feel like, No Jumper, Adam22, my online existence is kind of about the nexus of YouTube personalities and rap, and who is not a rapper if not The Game, and who is not basically a YouTube personality, maybe a Facebook personality, than Tomi Lahren. So let's get right into that. Tomi Lahren and The Game have been beefing. So the post has actually been deleted from Instagram, but basically The Game posted up a picture of Tomi, kind of a before and after type thing, and he claimed, listen to this quote, "Listen here, semen chugger. As long as you have that forehead and that baby giraffe wee of a nose, you'll never win. You're a racist slut who sucked and swallowed her way into her job and position only to misuse your platform and degrade the very culture that you praised so much before your mediocre rise to media fame. You are a closet racist and the exact opposite of the role model for young girls of any color. So stop the, I do this for the young girls who, bitch, shut the fuck up. You had 9 plastic surgeries before you hated yourself. And after that, when stripped of all makeup, you still look like a peeled orange. And that's what you think young girls should look up to and be motivated by?" Wow, I really did not know what I was getting into when I started reading that. So there's a couple of critical claims here, though, that I'm just going to throw out there that we don't know necessarily if they're true. He said she sucked and swallowed her way into her job. Is that true? I don't know. I would actually be very interested in knowing more about that if possible. And then also he said, basically made it sound as if she was like obsessed with black culture before she decided to become a conservative commentator, which I don't really know about that either, but I'm very, very into this conspiracy theory. So I don't know exactly what made Game decide that this would be the opportune time to go at Tomi Lahren, but it's nice to see that he's just still kind of wilding out. And to be totally honest, I feel like she is a better target than Joe Budden, who The Game recently was going at it with. So anyway, that was a thing that happened in rap today. Next story. Okay, so do you care about the sex of Rich the Kid's child? Me, not so much. He could have a daughter, he could have a son. It's not really going to change too much for me on a personal level. Well, he went on Real 92.3 and he gave an interview and he actually let it slip that he's having a baby boy. Phew, don't have to worry about all the things that I assume you worry about when you have a daughter. Anyway, let's check out this little clip of Rich the Kid making a small screw up here.
Do you have names yet? Do you have what settled?
No.
Do you have options?
My name is Dimitri. I think on my name, same thing, Dimitri II.
Really though? Oh, so you having a little boy? Was that already out?
It wasn't.
Right. Oh, okay. Well.
So, congratulations to Rich the Kid for having a baby on the way, even though I will admit that myself, I'm kind of an immature asshole, and normally when people are having kids, that's not really something I think about. It doesn't really enter my brain. I'm mostly not concerned about that. But I saw this article and I started thinking about it, and I'm like, wow, what a funny, relatable slice of life. Let's just get into the next story. I don't know if this was a good idea or not. Next story. Okay, so Trippy Red and Bad Baby have had kind of a up and down seesaw of a relationship as friends over the course of their respective careers. There was all kinds of beef that went on over the past couple of years, revolving around X, revolving around 6ix9ine. all kinds of stuff. Who the hell knows? And it's always kind of been rumored that Trippy smashed Bad Baby, which him being 19, I actually just looked this up. He's 19, she's about to turn 16. So probably if this was true, it would have happened when she was 15 or maybe 14 and he was 18, maybe 17, which is questionable legally, maybe not the best thing on earth, but we have never really heard confirmation that that was true or not. But today, I don't understand why, but Bad Baby chose to expose Trippie Redd, quote unquote expose. I don't know if this was really an expose, but basically she posted up a screenshot of her conversation with Trippie, and she covered up every single thing that was said in the conversation except for the fact that Trippie at one point said, come over, and then at another point said, come alone. So we really don't know. There's like a lot being inferred here, but I mean, there's a lot of places that Trippie could have been inviting Bad Baby where he would have told her to go alone, like maybe the studio or like, you know, it's like, why are we assuming that this was definitely like him trying to holler at her? I don't know. It's kind of weird that all the other messages are blanked out and that we're just supposed to believe this. Anyway, she apparently posted this and wrote, oh, but 6ix9ine is the one who likes little girls, laughing emojis. So we really don't know what this is all about. I noticed, honestly, that this was posted on some hip-hop news sites. I'm not going to say who, but I'm pretty sure it was deleted, and that's interesting. So maybe it's cap. Maybe it's cap. We don't know. But either way, this is one thing that is going on in the rap world. But she deleted it too. She had originally posted it, and then it was deleted. So we really don't know, but sus stuff is going on. Next story. Okay, so breaking news. This is really, really interesting stuff for me right here. We have a post by Nav on his Instagram story. Now, everybody has been wondering why Lil Uzi Vert can't put music out. Now, the assumption was that Lil Uzi Vert could not put music out because of something related to the fact that he signed to Don Cannon and DJ Drama. Well, Nav went on his story and he wrote this: I know y'all wanted Habits on the album. I had an open verse for the longest, and Uzi blessed us with one. Unfortunately, DJ Drama and Don Cannon won't clear his verse legally. I used to be a big fan of them since Gangsta Girls and mixtapes, and always thought that they supported new artists. I guess it's all about the money for them now. It's crazy, but it's true. So this is offering us a little bit of a window to look into exactly why Uzi can't get music out. We all assume that it was because of Don Cannon and DJ Drama for one reason or another, but it appears that Nav is making it very, very clear that that is in fact the case, and that he will not have Uzi on his tape as a result. Now, I don't really understand necessarily what the win is for Don Cannon and DJ Drama to be holding back the Uzi music from coming out into the world. Maybe they want a bigger chunk of it. Who knows? Either way, it's easy to understand why Uzi is pissed off about the fact that he doesn't really have full autonomy and full control over his career at this point in his career. So he's understandably not very happy about it, and Nav's not happy either. So we'll see if Don Cannon and DJ Drama have anything to say about this. Next story. Okay, so Kodak Black, his little fling, his little flirtation that he's been having on the timeline with Young M.A. There's an update. There's a video right here, and I haven't even watched this yet, but there is in fact a video of Kodak on his Instagram Live, and he's talking about the Young M.A. thing. Let's see what Kodak has to say.
Obviously, bro, come on, be realistic. I am too fly for that shit. Like, got too much resources to go that route. Why would I want to go that route over there? Like, I was just bullshitting, man. And leave her alone. Like, people be sensitive. Like, a lot of people be sensitive on the internet and just in life.
Okay, so what I got out of that when Kodak says he's got too much resources, and it's funny how he did the quotation thing, like to acknowledge that he was saying some white shit there, but his resources, translation, he has too much pussy at his disposal to really be hollering at Young M.A. Now, we knew that, and that's why I thought that it was good that Young M.A. made the waffle video where she seemed to be laughing at the whole Kodak flirtation thing, because, I mean, it felt like a joke from the beginning to me. Like, obviously, Kodak got plenty of girls, and hollering at Young M.A. probably not at the top of his list, but I'm glad that it seems that things have settled down, at least a little bit. Next story. So it seems that the song and dance between YBN Almighty Jay and Skinny from the Nine is finally coming to a close. As you'll recall, basically what happened was that it was reported that Skinny from the Nine had his car robbed and like $80,000 of money and jewelry was taken, something along those lines. YBN Almighty Jay video came out of him stealing from the car of Skinny from the Nine. You'll recall that Skinny from the Nine at one point tried to make it out as if this was all just a big prank and as if they like planned this together, I guess. Anyway, it seems that YBN Almighty Jay is going to have his theft charges dropped, and that's because Skinny from the Nine, the true gangster that he is, he didn't even show up in court. He didn't have any interest in being involved with getting YBN Almighty Jay in trouble, it seems. I guess that the pressure of everybody calling him a snitch on the internet and everything made Skinny decide, like, maybe it's not worth it for my career to go and press charges against Almighty Jay. Or who knows, maybe they worked something out in the background where he was able to get some of his stuff, some or all of his stuff back, and he would be able to, work it out without having to go to court. So basically, like, the court didn't necessarily want to drop the charge or anything, but Skinny didn't show up, so they really had nothing to go on. So I guess congratulations to Skinny for not snitching once in his life, but for the most part, it's still whatever. Also, where the hell is the Nine? Next story. Okay, I'm just gonna freestyle this one. So we're gonna end with this one. So Daniel Caesar, some sort of singer or something, man, Twitter is so mad at him today. Twitter is so mad, and the reason why is because he chose to drunkenly go on his Instagram live and defend Yes Jules. I'm not gonna show the actual video here because it's long. It's like a whole 5-6 minute like Instagram live, and also I'm not gonna go into extreme depth quoting him or anything. But for those who are not really paying attention, Yes Jules recently did an interview with Murder Mook and a bunch of other guys on some fucking podcast, whatever. And during that podcast, she felt the need to throw some shade at Joe Budden as well as Karen Civil and Scotty Beam, who, Karen Civil runs some sort of like social networking agency, and she's been in the hip hop game for a long time, doing all kinds of industry stuff, interviews, TV shows, stuff like that. Scotty Beam is one of the co-hosts on Joe Budden's State of the Culture podcast show on Revolt, and he does not, honestly, I don't know that much about what she does besides the fact that she co-hosts on that show, but apparently they've both been critical of Yes Jules in the past, because Yes Jules, in that interview with Murder Mook, which, by the way, if you missed all this, then you really missed out on some great internet drama, because this was absolutely ridiculous a couple weeks ago when this was all going down. But anyway, they got into it over the fact that Yes Jules had some critical words to say about them, and basically Scotty Beam and Karen Civil just dragged Yes Jules to the end of the earth, and they were going back and forth on some real deal petty shit. And a lot of people ended up basically breaking down what Yes Jules was saying to Yes Jules sort of questioning black women in hip-hop. That's basically how it was painted. So any actual criticism that Yes Jules had of these women sort of wiped away, and it was just Yes Jules is critical of black women. That's basically what it was made out to be. And so Daniel Caesar more or less goes on his story and just said his argument was basically that, like, black people are kind of mean. Why is everybody so mean? Everybody should be nice. And people really were not feeling that. That really got people heated in the comments. So Twitter was just absolutely ablaze, and I'm just gonna leave that story here for you guys. Yes Jules has always been a friend to me, and I don't know, I felt like she really like misplayed that situation in the sense that she probably should not have gone after those people, just given the reality of the circumstances here. But I will admit that I also feel like Jules is frequently treated in an unfair manner, where, like, just given the fact that she's a white woman in rap, every contribution that she's ever made, everything she's ever done in terms of throwing events and doing all this other stuff, it seems like it all just gets wiped away because she's a white woman and people are just so quick to shit on her. And I get why people have issues with Jules and everything, but God, sometimes it does seem kind of crazy how much people hate her, and it doesn't really make sense to me. Obviously she's got plenty of fans and everything too, but I did just want to throw that issue out there. Go watch the Daniel Caesar live stream clip that I'm talking about and see what he had to say about Jules, and let's have a conversation, let's have a discussion, because that's interesting, right? And I'm like one tick away from being Yes Jules. Whenever I see people talking shit about Yes Jules, there's always Adam22 shit talk like 2 levels away on Twitter at some point. If someone's saying something about Yes Jules, it's always like, that Adam22 too. So yeah, white people in hip hop, what do you think? Should it be legal? Probably not, right? Actually, people honestly always get on my ass and say that I like hate white people because I just apparently like some of the stuff I say just makes people think that I hate my own race, which is not true. In actuality, I don't give a shit about my own race. This has been Adam22. Like, comment on this video. I'm gonna be totally honest with you. I think I have a hair on my tongue right now, so this video is over. Appreciate you. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.